Welcome to the Grambling Sports Television Network here at the Frederick C. Hobby Arena, and we have a tight, great matchup awaiting us. We have the Alabama State Hornets coming to visit the Grambling State University men's basketball team. I'm your play-by-play commentator, Nathan McCarter, alongside color commentator Ezra Lee. And man, the matchup from the coaches to the players, you can't really ask for a better atmosphere than what we have currently right now. Both teams currently in two different spots when it comes to the standings here. But Grambling currently at that 7th spot, Alabama State in that 4 or 5 spots. There's been a lot of interchangeable things going on, but this all comes down for the last game of the season, and ultimately, which could change a little bit of the playoff implication for the SWAC tournament. The leading players being Contavious Dozier over here for Grambling State. Then you talk about a Martin Knox for Alabama State. But before we get into those, we're going to go ahead and go to our sideline report with Miss Riley McLean. Riley?
Thanks, Nate. All right, I actually had the chance to speak with James Flippin. Now, James Flippin has had an outstanding performance for the past 2 games. He's been consistently the highest scoring player, so I actually did have a chance to speak with him briefly before the game started, and he let me know that he realizes that it's game time, and I quote, it's game time, and it's time to lock in. So hopefully James can keep up that momentum and help secure us for a victory in tonight's game, but we'll have to just watch and see. Back to you guys.
Thank you so much, Miss McLean. She just talked about it, James Flippin. I mean, he's had the last 2 games from his road game to the last game against Alabama A&M. James Flippin, he's been the guy. Coach Jackson has trusted him and his ability to go down there, get into a little bit of post action, show a little bit of grit, show a little bit of bump, and go out there and at the end of the day just execute and finish.
Definitely. These last 2 home games, he's been doing pretty well, playing phenomenal. He dropped at least the last 2 games. He dropped at least 22 points on that last game.
Right.
And then that last game following up, yesterday he had 18 points to coming up. But he's just been doing well, all in all. Rebounding, moving the ball, looking like Joker a little bit.
Yeah. Passing
the ball around, making plays. He's been playing phenomenal these last few stretches of the games.
When you look at it, based off the logistics, I mean, Bethune-Cookman, March 3rd, you scored 24 points, 11 rebounds. And then in that second game, of course, we were here Thursday against Alabama A&M, flipping to score 18 points. So you've been the leading scorer in the last 2 games, meaning what? 24 points, 18 points, add that together. If I'm not mistaken, you get a cool 42 points from that.
Yeah.
And that's 42 points in the last 2 matchups. So
it's going to be a huge factor.
It's going to be different. Of course, we see when it comes to Coach Jackson, not exactly the same coaching style as Coach Simmons for the women's, but they are throwing key emphasis when it means to play defense here at Grambling. And on the other end, Tony Madlock, we talked about it a little bit off air. Tony Madlock is in his 2nd season as a head coach here at Alabama State. His son, TJ Madlock is here on the team as well. But just talking about Bama as well and Tony Madlock and what he's trying to do, you talked about it last season, 8-23.
8-23. Yeah, his first season, he came into it, he had about 8-23 coming to it.
Right.
Finished off the season doing pretty well as a first start head coach, just in the SWAC here himself. He finished up, in the SWAC with 6 wins. 6 wins in the SWAC conference. And he's just been keeping that same type of system. A lot of veteran players coming back into it, as well as, TJ, his son, as well as CJ Hines as well. Keeping that same system. They're one and go, both type of players. And that system has been, doing pretty well for them as well as this season coming into it. Them being the 4th seed in the SWAC conference.
Exactly. There has been a lot of talk of the veteran aspect for Alabama State. Of course, you have a Martin Knox for the Hornets, who's the leading scorer with 15.1 per game. And Knox being the leading scorer for Alabama State, he's top 5 in the SWAC, 15.1 points per game. But they have Alabama State with 3 scorers in the top 11.
3 of them.
3 scorers in the top 11. And then right below that 11th scorer, which is TJ Madlock at 11 scoring, basically 13 points per game, 12.8. At the 12th spot would be Contavious Dozier I mean, he's at the 12th spot, averaging 12.2 points per game, and the next one behind him would be Antoine Burnett at 17, averaging 11 points per game. And if you go down to 20, you have Michael Stevenson at 10.6 points per game. So you have basically 6 scorers combined, 3 on Grambling, 3 on Alabama State, and you have 6 scorers in this game who are in the top 20.
In the top 20, and most of these players average about 10 points or more.
Yeah,
so that's a huge factor.
It's definitely not a fluke at all.
At all.
Last season, I'm not sure if you know, based off of course, Amar Knox was not here last season, and they really led off the backs of C.J. Hines and T.J. Madlock. So Knox kind of showing his face adds even more to the depth that was already over here at Alabama State.
As you said, he's the 5th leading scorer in the conference. He's been stepping up a lot more. He is the 2nd player in the SWAC conference for most steals per game. And following up, one of our own, Michael Stevenson.
Right.
They average about the same amount of steals of the game, about 2 steals a game. But like I said, 5th player in the SWAC, he's been doing really well, showing his face, shooting a lot of threes. He's known for a lot of threes.
Right.
The team is known for a lot of threes. I believe they're 1st in the SWAC for 3-point attempts.
Yes.
The Hornets are known for threes. So
we're getting real close to tip-off action here, Mr. Lee, as the starting lineup for Alabama State are Amar Knox, number 1, number 3, C.J. Hines, number 11, Micah Octave, number 20, T.J. Madlock, and 25, just Steven Walker. We're off and at tip-off for Grambling Tigers. We have number 4, P.J. Edwards, number 30, James Flippin, 00, Contavious Dozier, number 10, P.J. Easton, and, of course, number 2, Michael Stevenson.
The G-Man sitting in the 2-3 defense, moving around, 2-3 trap defense to be exact. Looks like
now
Dozier's going to be having a huge assignment all tonight.
Most definitely. Dozier and the Grambling Tigers starting off in the half court strong and early. Flipping over to Easton, finds Stevenson. Dozier, pick and roll action. Dozier, stutter steps, turns around, shoots the midi, no good.
Hornets in that same type of defense, a 2-3 defense, but the big is playing up a lot more due to, flipping in the free throw line.
Madlock trying to take the baseline, rejected by Dozier. Kicks out to Octave, who finds, looks like Knox there. Knox guarded by Stevenson. Fake goes up, floats the midi, no good, rebounded by Easton.
G-Man final their 4th. Both teams trying to figure things out, get the ball moving, see what they can do, find some weaknesses going. And, it seems as if, the G-Men are, utilizing James Flippin.
PJ bounce pass to PJ. Goes up. Seems like the whole goal moving there on that play.
Yeah, moved quite a lot.
Madlock attempts no good. Rebound Easton.
PJ Easton with 2 huge rebounds back here. It seems it's going to be a big physical and gritty game just watching these last few possessions.
Flipping, showing his power, flips it up. Can't get it to go. Rebounded by Madlock Jr. He's pushing 2-on-1. Tony, no good.
Madlock Jr. being aggressive out there. It seems like they're going to play through him, as we talked about earlier.
Little 2 handoffs from the G-Man. Flipping to Easton. Easton goes right up, gets the rebound. Is in a battle, kicks out the Flipping. They pay for it.
James Flippin on the top of the key. A huge 3.
James Flippin, we just talked about him. 42 points in the last 2 games. If he's able to keep that up, James Flippin will have his hands all over this Grambling victory.
All over it.
C.J. Hines, rejected by Dozier, setting the offense back up. Pick and roll. Stolen by Stevenson. Stevenson is going to lay the ball up with it just
Just go
little
lay
bit
the ball
composed,
up.
little calm on it.
Something smooth, play the game real smooth, just for now, just to get things rolling.
5-0 start
right now.
5-0 start for the Grambling Tigers here. Knox, checked by Stevenson, switch, flipping on Knox, double team on Knox, tipped by Easton on there. As we're starting to see Grambling, it's been a second since we've seen this type of pressure before. Grambling sending a double, Easton back there. As we see the replay on flipping, wide open. They don't trust that he's gonna hit it. He's gonna make you pay.
Nah, it seems as if the G-men have been doing pretty well, applying some pressure in these last few possessions, getting things going, having, a big thing going with, the Hornets doing their thing, but not too well.
Just making sure
giving some mental mistakes as well from the Hornets.
Playing hard on defense, playing slow on the offensive end as
Just
turnover
like you said,
for the Grambling Tigers into the hands of the Hornets. Octave, no hesitation, just lets it fly.
Wow.
Micah Octave.
That was a contested three.
Micah Octave, he's a 6'5 guard, 185 senior out of Boca Raton, Florida. He transferred from Indiana River State. Flipping, gets it.
James flipping, getting it going early in the first.
Flipping and Easton might be a tandem we didn't know we needed.
Definitely.
Knox finds CJ. Walker to Knox. A lot of pass handoffs into the hands of the Grambling Tigers. Stevenson running. Right hand layup. Too easy is what's going on here. And the first 5 minutes of this first half, we see Michael Stevenson with two big layups so far in this game, and Grambling with a 9-3 lead right now, 6-point advantage going on currently. And as we see right now, Flippin and Stevenson have their hands all over this. We'll be right back here on the Grambling Sports Television Network.
Yeah, don't ask me, just do what you do. Okay. Meet me in the trail, it's going down. Meet me in the mall, it's going down. Meet me in the club, it's going down. Anywhere you meet me, guaranteed to go down. Meet me in the trail, it's going down. Meet me in the mall, it's going down. Meet me in the club, it's going down. Anywhere you meet me, guaranteed to go down. Verse number 2.
Chicken, chicken, chicken heads. 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 Chicken, chicken, chicken.
Right back here on the Grambling Sports Television Network here at the Frederick C. Hobby Assembly Center. And we have a matchup between the Grambling State University Tigers versus the visiting Alabama State Hornets. And I'm your play-by-play commentator, Nathan McCarter, alongside color commentator Ezra Lee. And right now, 15 minutes, 15 seconds remaining in the first half. Only about 4 minutes and about 45 seconds have gone on in this game. And Grambling showing no mercy on defense, but slowing it all down on offense.
Yeah, getting things going, doing pretty well. They're shooting about 50% from the field as of right now. 4 from 8.
Grambling coming hard with this half-court press trap type look right now.
Yeah, trapping in the extended wings as well as the corner as well.
Everybody being guarded. Madlock finds Octave left corner, no good. Rebounded by Flippin. Flippin is gonna bring the ball up, kind of Carl Anthony Town style.
Yeah, definitely.
Michael Stevenson clapping on that play. Didn't get back to the ball, but he wasn't in position. Hornets possession. Hines, the mad lock.
The G-men switched their defense. Went back into not a 2-3, but a 3-2 to be exact. A 3-2 defense with 3 men up top and 2 on the bottom.
That's definitely what it looks like as the Hornets trying to get inside that arc and attack that 2-3 defense.
Strong finish from Junior. G-Man moving the ball around, trying to find something.
Pass from P.J. Eason to Flip in there.
It seems as if whoever's on the block, you know, the big men are being pretty physical down there.
Right.
Anytime they get a ball down there into the block,
out goes
on top of it.
Out goes P.J. Edwards and the 2 P.J.s. P.J. Edwards and P.J. Eason. In comes Ernest Ross and Lou Hutchison. Half-court action going on here for Grambling. Deflected by Knox, and he's pushing the floor. Knox finish.
Knox making his appearance right now, making his presence known with that converting.
You see the replay here. Knox just going, finishing through contact. That's the best way you can put it.
Pretty much.
Stevenson yet to get it in. Finally finds Dozier. 23 on the shot clock. Slow, patient offense right now for Grambling. Dozier working on Octave. Might be fouled on the play here, but almost finishes right through.
Yeah, Dozier able to find something when nothing was there. It's a great take. Seems as if it wasn't a blocking foul.
You can kind of tell that the play, in a sense, wasn't blown, but he got the AOK from coach is, hey, get what you can get. And from there, it was almost a turnover, but he made up for it, and he was able to get inside the arc. And, I mean, you drew the foul, and now you got points on the board.
Yes, sir.
First points on the board for Dozier. First free throw trip for Dozier as well, as James Flippin's going to go in the game, was going to go out of the game. In comes P.J. Eason again. Seeing Antoine Burnett
coming
at the scorer's table.
Some health issues going on with that, but it seems as if he's going to be playing tonight, so it's going to be a huge thing.
Most definitely. Dozier gets the second to go. Dozier goes out. In comes Antoine Burnett. Or I like to call him the Swiss Army knife. He's guarding 1 through 5, and he can bring up the ball. He can do whatever you ask of him.
Swiss Army knife, yes, sir. I like that. As he has been playing anything and everywhere. Knox with a crazy spin.
Great move into.
But missed it.
Wouldn't want to call it a one-set finish, but it's just no good.
$100 move. $5.
Yeah. $100 move, 5-cent finish. Yes, sir. Lou Hutchison fakes, kicks back out to Burnett. Burnett finds Stevenson, sees Easton, low post action. He's posting down. He's getting grit. PJ with the ball. Tries to go back up. It's going to be an attack on P.J. Eason. And we have a shot clock violation. What it looks like. The ball was technically never in possession.
You got to love it. P.J. Eason continue to be gritty, physical, and fighting for whatever he can get.
I mean, he's going against number 35, Ubong Okan. He's a 7'1", 230 center and senior out of Nigeria. The last school he came from was Georgia Highlands.
That's definitely a matchup that, P.J. Eason has been, struggling to figure out what he's going to do down there.
Grambling in their press right now. Stevenson on the contest is going to remain Alabama State. Coach Jackson asking for a review. It seems like they're not going to pay him any mind for whatever reason.
The G-men continue to play some really hard defense. As you know, they came into a full court press at 2-2-1, applying pressure, trying to get some things going.
Actually, great shot by Madlock, but not mad at what Coach Jackson is currently stirring up right now. He's just trying to get a feel for the players of Alabama State, as we don't have necessarily a concrete 5 out for the Tigers. They're just out there playing matchup ball until we get a real feel for the game.
Definitely, that's what's going to have to be as they continue to move the ball around, find some things going. As P.J. Eason fighting down there on the post.
7 seconds on the shot clock. Stevenson drives left, blocked by Ocon.
Came up and rose above that 7'1" senior that we just talked about.
Madlock trying to push what it seemed like maybe a 3-on-2, 3-on-3 action. Not everybody was not up the court, but was looking for C.J. Hines and just missed him. And with it being 11-9, 11 minutes, 40 seconds remaining in the first half, Grambling up by 2. We'll be right back here on the Grambling Sports Television Network.
Hey, Dante Jackson, head coach of the Grambling State Tigers basketball team. If you've been injured in a car wreck, a big truck wreck, or any personal injury, you've got to go with Creed and Creed. Christian and his team will tip off strong, hustle hard, and deliver big wins for you. Take it from a local guy. Don't pass the ball to an out-of-town attorney. Go slam dunk your case with Creed and Creed, your local injury attorneys. Call 387-5800 today. And remember, Creed and Creed is all that you need.
In 1920, an athletic league was formed and slowly became one of the leading sports associations in the world of collegiate athletics, the Southwestern Athletic Conference. Today, the SWAC is looking towards the next century, growing, supporting, and transforming our intercollegiate sports activities for student athletes and promoting academic excellence. Each SWAC member institution represents a high level of integrity and sportsmanship. We are the SWAC, building champions for life.
Right back here on the Grambling Sports Television Network, we have a matchup between the Grambling Tigers and Alabama State Hornets, if you haven't been here since tip-off. And I'm your play-by-play commentator, Nathan McCarter, alongside color commentator Ezra Lee. 11-9 is your score. 11 minutes, 40 seconds left in the first half. It's been, if we could put a little bit of a subtitle on it, it's definitely been
it's been back and forth.
a 9-8 minute back and forth fight for sure.
Bit of a tug of war, you know
yeah.
what I'm saying? But it's just been back and forth. Both teams still trying to figure each other out, not running the set offense, but they've just been moving the ball around, figuring things out.
Because we've seen, of course, our first time seeing Alabama State in the sense of actually seeing them in person, but we've seen Grambling in person to know this isn't quite the normal game plan set that they are accustomed to running. Because, I mean, we just see the different combinations of lineups that's being sent out by Coach Jackson.
Definitely.
And they're getting the job done, but it seems a little bit different, especially on defense, when we get to see what we're seeing a kind of a chess match now that Tony Madlock he puts his Hornets in a full court press now, but we're back in half court action.
Definitely, it's been different. A different type of feel with all these new rotations coming in, but they've just been figuring it out, like you said.
Hornets moving fast. C.J. Hines, top of the three, top of the key, rebounded by Ross.
Both teams have been applying pressure on defense. A full court press, the same exact full court press that they've been using, a 2-2-1 on both sides of the court.
Dozier, 4-3, no good. Madlock pacing with the Hornets. It's been a lot of empty possessions, the first four.
Definitely. It seems as if, the G-men have been switched into a man defense. No longer a 2-3 or a 3-2. I think they're doing it just to get the ball moving, just to poke things out, see what they can do. Pressure who they want to pressure individually to figure things out. But yeah, they're doing pretty well.
Exactly. I mean, when you look at the roster for the Hornets, you have a lot of returners from 35 Ocon to TJ Madlock, of course. Micah Octave was here last year, and CJ Hines. I mean, you can't do anything but play your physical players against a team that's been together for a little second.
Yeah, definitely. They're gonna have a great chemistry, camaraderie, figuring things out with every shot, every possession that they choose to dish out.
Finally a rebound from the Grambling Tigers where the ball was going everywhere.
Yeah, this is a huge, gritty, physical game as Flippin throws up a air ball. Beautiful move, though. Beautiful move.
Can't get it to go on that one. Can't get it to go on that one at all. Dozier right now with the ball setting the offense for the G-Men.
Yeah, the G-Men moving the ball around, doing their thing pretty well.
Hutchinson.
Running a 5 out with, you know, the big man coming up on top, setting some screens.
Dozier to Burnett. Burnett down to Flippin. Flippin fakes, goes up, flips it right in.
Flippin continue to be aggressive out there on offense as he, you know, he is the main, it seems like he's the main option running through the offensive system through him.
Right. Hines kicks it over. Simpson.
Whoa, bit of a miscall. A travel, possibly.
Hines running left baseline, rebounded by Eason. Eason, great composure, great just stay calm on it. Now we got the G-men in half-court action.
Seems as if Coach Dante Jackson trying to figure some things out, wants them to run a certain play.
Lou, 4-3.
Great ball move from the G-men.
You just knew when he was running over there and he already had both feet set. Oh, we're letting it loose like a loose cannon.
Pulled it right for the quarter.
Hines takes one, no good, into the hands of Hutchinson. Grambling basketball. Currently seeing number 35, Ocon, with a personal trainer right now for the Alabama State Hornets. He's currently on the bike. Dozier kicks it over to Burnett. Burnett takes no hesitation. Hornets ball.
Those are our first couple of threes. 2 from 3, shooting about 66% from 3. The G-men have been doing well from 3. Only shot about 3 shots from the 3, but they made 2 of them.
Walker shoots right over Flippin. Flippin sets it still with Kentavious Dozier.
Coming back talking about the 3 from the G-men. The G-men are second in the SWAC for 3-point percentage, averaging about 33%. So expect that. They shoot very well from the 3 from this season, and they've been continuing to do that at home.
(16-11) right now. Grambling with the 5-point lead on this last replay. Seeing Simpson just take that 1-2 step and able to finish through.
Simpson with a huge finish right there, coming from the left side. G-men moving the ball around, trying to figure things out.
Burnett.
As you know, Dozier resets.
Dozier driving through, loose ball.
Loose ball, still trying to figure out what was going on, but seems like a bit of a timeout.
Timeout, Grambling there. Coach Jackson talking to Flippin currently right now, trying to let him know it's okay if you don't have it. Don't settle, probably, most likely, and use your teammates. Because, I mean, you got a lot of players out there who can move on a dime on defense.
Definitely.
Off to our sponsors, Whataburger. We build a better burger. Adidas. Impossible is nothing. Origin Bank. Expanding your possibility with flexible banking solutions. Coca-Cola, the official soft drink beverage of Grambling State University. Nissan, proud sponsor of collegiate athletics. Louisiana Lottery. There are now 5 new games to win. Will it be in still first half action? 6 minutes, 20 seconds remain, 20 on the shot clock as well. Right now with how the game is going, Ezra,
have been doing pretty well. They haven't been forcing too many shots, figuring things out. They're shooting pretty well from the field. I believe they're shooting about over 30%. Not over 30%, but, you know, in that realm of 30%, doing pretty well. And they're doing, you know, big things on defense, figuring things out, stopping plays, making some turnovers. As you know, the Hornets are the number one in the SWAC for turnovers, to be exact. So expect that from them to figure things out as they lose a couple of balls here and there. They average about, I believe it was about eight turnovers they average about every game. So that's a huge thing that, you know, the G-men should capitalize on as they continue to do well. But as you said, Coach Dante's still trying to figure things out with his lineup, trying new things, and it's been doing pretty well.
Literally, I mean, when we look at the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games, the last 5 games for the Hornets have been from players such as Madlock and Knox. It has not changed from Madlock or Knox since February 3rd.
Wow.
Yeah. So they've definitely live and die by Knox and Madlock for sure. P.J. Easton takes a midi, cannot find the rim.
As you said, living and dying by.
It's a lot of fighting going on, as we not literal fighting, but working for position and down the court. As Ocon, he's in the middle of Easton and both PJs trying to get down the court. Little stop and play.
As you said earlier, living and dying. The Hornets are living and dying by TJ and Stevenson, not Stevenson, but I forgot his name.
C.J. Hine.
TJ Hine. Yeah, they've been living and dying, but they haven't been doing pretty well offensively. Not pretty well, but not using them through them. But they just been trying to figure things out, especially through those players, just to figure out that system and what they can do, to be exact. Come back to the G-man that's moving the ball around, trying to figure things out.
Burnett surveying the floor, kicks out to PJ. PJ, Lou, no good. Great move by number 12 of the Hornets, just couldn't get it to go. Fulcher. PJ Edwards finds Burnett, is gonna come back to Edwards. Stevenson fakes, throws it back to Burnett. Burnett is gonna half circle around to the free throw line. PJ Edwards take the moving midi, no good. Rebounded by Fulcher. Fulcher finds Mack. Mack lets it go, no good. Rebounded by Burnett. Grambling Tiger basketball.
The Hornets sitting in a 2-3 defense, still utilizing that 2-3 defense. It seems as if they're figuring things out through that 2-3 defense, as, you know, pressuring the G-man into a couple of forced shots.
Right. Stevenson to P.J. Easton, and it seemed like it may have been a late foul. I don't know if they're going to call it a foul. They're going to call it a poke ball.
Either way, Easton was a pretty bit, you know, frustrated with that call.
No, for sure. Which, in a sense, I mean, it could definitely be biases, but I mean, he did get hit by 2 people going up, but it still remains in the possession. Burnett, was that pass from Burnett or what? But Dozier,
a dime to be exact,
sets his feet, let's go, and let him know I'm home.
Yes, sir. Dozier getting things going, you know, making his appearance known with that 3.
Mack to Fulcher. Fulcher snatching back to Mack. Finds Simpson. Simpson trying to work on Dozier. Dozier, great defense. Would have thought the ball hit off of his leg there, but
things starting to arrive here in the atmosphere, going and everything.
Right.
From the morale from the fans, the team as well, but things getting going.
Coach Jackson talking to Burnett. We'll be right back here on the Grambling Sports Television Network.
I might swerve in that corner, whoa. Hold on tight, cause I tweaking this.
Whataburger, please print back the Monterey Melt. Message received. Print it on. The Whataburger Monterey Melt is back. What a burger!
Hi, Christian Creed, your local injury attorney here. We are proud to partner with the head coach of the Grambling State Tigers, Dante Jackson.
Thanks, Christian. If you've been injured in a car wreck or a big truck wreck, if you've got to go with Christian, go get the home court advantage with Creed & Creed, your local injury attorneys. Call 387-5800 today. And remember,
Creed & Creed is all you need.
We're right back here on the Grambling Sports Television Network, and right now on Willis Reed Court in the Frederick C. Hobby Assembly Center, you see students getting down to the Grambling world famed Tiger Marching Band, and we're having a good time. Everybody's having a good time.
Having a good time.
The last
5, getting the vibes going.
Right.
It's just a great Saturday night here.
You can't ask for anything better. Black excellence going on in the classroom throughout the week, and then we get the weekend to party, do anything, just chill, honestly. Chill, have a good time, good vibes.
Yes, sir, before, midterms kick off next week.
Oh, man.
It's a definite night that, people that, the fans, the culture, everyone's going to need, coming into next week.
Most definitely. I mean, even for the band, I'm pretty sure they'll be at the SWAC tournament, but to end off with a bang at the regular season, Grambling, all they have to do, the men's team, get a win, and we got a double-header win.
Yes, sir.
To end off the season. Madlock shoots, right corner, bang.
Wow, that was a nasty three. As you know, it was contested. He came in right off the inbound and shot that three from the corner.
P.J. Edwards comes to Dozier. Dozier guarded by Madlock. Dozier up to Stevenson. Dozier gets Knox where he wants him. Knox may not be a match for Dozier as he's fouling all the way through. It seemed like every move that Dozier made, Knox was trying his best to just put his body, but his body being thrown back by the powerful Dozier.
Yes, sir. He's been doing pretty well, setting his presence well known early. Well, not early, but late into the first as he's getting things going. But, he's getting to the line. This is his second time getting to the line.
Exactly. I actually got a chance to interview Dozier myself. And, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. As far as the players on this Grambling State team, you can say there's a sense of humbleness beyond all of them, but you don't catch that trait out of a lot of people, especially who's scoring at a high clip and has been doing it for a long time. Contavious Dozier definitely he's the most humble of a lot of them.
Him coming from a JUCO and then coming into here.
Right.
Yeah, like he's always been humble about his game and how he is a person. He's just all around solid dude.
I think it just goes to the character of Coach Jackson too, instilling on his players. They come respectful. They come with an IQ, and they're coming to when it's time to get on the floor. They're coming to kill you.
That's right. Jimmy changing into a 2-3 from the man defense that they had earlier those last few possessions.
Hines floats it from the left baseline. 2-point advantage for the Grambling Tigers here. 2 minutes and 45 seconds remain here in the first half action.
Still a pretty close game. As both teams are figuring things out, getting things going. But
feels almost SWAC tournament like right now.
A war going on.
But yeah, Ezra, just thinking about it now, just how this game is, low scoring. There's been a lot of games we've been here for, and we haven't seen quite basically only 40 points in the first half.
Definitely.
And we got to think about the girls' game before this. It was 33-33 with 66 points in the first half. So it's a little bit different here with the men's game being all-out defensive battle. As Antoine Burnett.
Yeah, as you said that, as a defensive battle, things have been, slowing down for both teams coming into, late into the first.
It's like mini games inside the real game, for real.
Definitely. Both teams shooting a low field goal percentage. The Hornets shooting 28% from the field, making 7 out of 25. And G-Men following up with 31% from the field, shooting 7 from 22.
One thing that's working for the G-Men right now is you're shooting 50 from 3, 3 for 6 from 3. I mean, you have not missed a free throw yet. The Hornets have yet to attempt a free throw in this game. Knox kicks out the Octave. Octave back out to Knox. Knox shoots it. Back of the iron, no good. A few tips, gets the ball back into Knox's hands, and he maneuvers through the defense and finishes. And one.
Finishes with a big flush.
And potentially gets the chance to make a 1-point lead for the Hornets. I mean, that full move, just for him to be able to shoot the shot, to go off the back of the iron and hit about 2 or 3 players' hands, and it goes right back into your hand, and you attack once again, you have a different type of motor, my sir.
Definitely. Knox making his presence known with that last finish, but he's trying to get his team going, get the morale going, as you know they've been forcing a couple of shots, but with that nice move, beautiful finish.
Right.
I think things are going to get going. As you may hear it, the fans said they're known, getting their presence going, trying to make Knox miss, but he comes out on top from the line.
Knox knocks down his first free throw and his first free throw trip to the game. Dozier guarded by Knox. 15 on the shot clock. Action going on half court. Stevenson, PNR, finds flipping, flips it, no good.
Beautiful ball movement from G-Man.
Back into the hands of the G-Man. Dozier to Stevenson, back to Dozier. Dozier fakes, comes back out, flipping, shoots. Flipping!
James flipping. Another three.
Flipping,
from the
showing his
wing.
range.
James flipping, you know, a bit frustrated on that last three. Seems as if he got fouled as he's talking to the refs, but he's 2 from 2 from 3 tonight.
No, I was talking to OJ, and OJ was telling me James flipping kind of has a little bit of, you can say a little bit of Boogie Cousins, but I think I like
Cousins?
I like Cat. I like that Cat comparison.
Cat a lot more. He's a lot more.
Yeah, but
I would say lackadaisical with it.
That's when it comes to like the IQ of just knowing the game in general. OJ definitely sees something we don't see. I think it goes a lot from the power aggressive, the power back downs for sure. Because I mean, Cat doesn't necessarily go a lot. He doesn't go power, but when
Boogie
you
does.
yeah. So I mean, I'll say like a Boogie Cousins Cat mix, because you can post up and then you let it fly. Like he just saw that 2 threes in this ball game for James flipping.
Yeah, James flipping, you know, getting things going. As we talked about, he's a huge presence known for the G-Man these last couple of games. So he needs to continue doing what he's doing, and you know, they're gonna. I think they're gonna.
The G-Man be well on their way.
Well.
Blocked twice on the possession. Stevenson blocked, got the rebound. P.J. Easton, and he's sent back. But back to what we were saying, we were talking about James flipping. I mean, we see it right there. Ocon just sends it to the Hornets bench. And 26 seconds left.
It's a war down there.
24 no, literally. A literal war zone. It's barbaric down there. Madlock, 14 seconds. Madlock blocked by flipping. 11 seconds for the G-Man. Stevenson rips through. 7 seconds. Burnett to Easton. Easton powers up. Can't use the backboard. No foul. Octave throws up a prayer. Come short. 24-22 is your score here in the first half. A lot of defensive action going on. When you combine the score, you have a score of 46 points, below 50 right now between both teams. And before we get out, we have a quick sideline report with Miss Riley McClain. Riley?
All right, I'm here with Coach Jackson. Now, Coach Jackson's been a tight game. What area do you want to see immediate improvement in?
I just got to do a better job of scoring around the basket. Like, we're missing too many easy point-blank layups. Like, we're going out here, we're getting the shots we need, but we're just missing too many shots. And we got to do a better job offensively executing. We held them to 22 points, which is a good thing for us defensively, and we got to keep that up going into the second half. But offensively, we got to do a better job executing.
Thank you so much, Coach.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Riley McClain, with that halftime sideline report with Coach Dante Jackson. We'll be right back here on the Grambling Sports Television Network for second half action.
HBCUs are anchored by legacy. They nurture the talent and determination of their students and prepare them for a bright future. The Home Depot's Retool Your School program has and still believes in the excellence of HBCUs, committed not just in speech, but through the revitalization and upgrades of the campuses these students call home. Building, planting, tilling the dream, all hearts and countless volunteers on the ground. Retool your school. We're powered by purpose.
The Honey Butter Chicken Biscuit at Whataburger, available from 11 p.m. to 11 a.m. But it's not that time right now. Once again, our desires are denied by, ooh, look, the Honey Barbecue Chicken Strip Sandwich. That'll hold us over till 11 p.m. What a burger.
Whataburger, please, Brent.
Hey, DJ, turn things down just a tad bit, not all the way, just a little bit. All right, you got ticket number 930630. 930630. 930630. 930630. Going once. 930553. 930553. Are you reading your tickets? See, there's numbers at the bottom. You got to look at the bottom. On the front. 930553. Is that you across the way? I see you right? Nope, that's not you. Something else.
All right, next ticket, 930635. 930635. Nobody? Now one just a little bit. I'm gonna dig deep this time. Next ticket is 930589. 930589. Next ticket number 9305.
Right back here on the Grambling Sports Television Network, and right now, of course, we concluded the first half of basketball action, and right now we know that Grambling currently trying to keep that 2-point lead or more that they had. But before we get into anything else, we have a sideline halftime report from Ms. Riley McClain.
Let me tell you. All right, I'm here with the family of Kaya Wormsley. Now, Kaya just played in the women's game last game. Now, tell me, how have you seen Kaya grow on and off the court over the years, or over how long you've known her?
Hey, I see Kaya grow so much over the years. She's been through a lot. She's learned how to push through adversity, and I admire that about her. We all look at her as our leader, so when she comes through for us, we come through for her. I admire how hard she goes. She never gives up, and she's just a great person to be around, and I'm always proud of her.
So what's been the most rewarding part of seeing her growth over this time?
The most rewarding part is that she gives her love to everybody. She's very caring, and we appreciate her for that. And I pray that she continues to go hard and to see success in herself. So, yeah.
Thank you so much. All right, back to you guys.
Thank you so much for a quick little sideline report with Veronica Hartsfield from my very own Riley McClain. But that just goes to show, we're talking about Kaya Wormsley, the leader that she is, and the resilience that she's fought through. For you guys that don't know, Kaya Wormsley lost her grandmother. She buried her grandmother this morning and had to hurry up and come play a basketball game right after. So condolences to her and her family as well. But that all goes back to the G and what it means to have a grit and grind family behind you.
Definitely. That's a huge thing that she's been dealing with. So good to see that, she's continuing to do well for herself and her team and, the school as well.
Exactly.
She's made an impact, with photography as well. She's been doing a great thing here.
Yeah, Kaya, anytime for Veronica Hartsfield to be talking about Kaya and Kaya not necessarily talking to her in Kaya's behalf and Kaya not necessarily being there, it just lets you know how much care and joy that they send, like just the respect that you have to have in order to, talk about that. Because at the end of the day, right there from Hartsfield, that lets you know that it's bigger than you. It's always bigger than you.
Bigger than you and, bigger than the team and,
right.
what they come here to do.
But right back here in second half action, the G-Man looking to try to close off this game versus the Hornets is flipping. Starting off the second half the same way he started.
Still coming out aggressive, continue to come out aggressive, within the first few seconds of the ball game.
James flipping for you, everybody. Knox circles around and finishes right-hand layup style. Amar Knox.
Knox coming out with some beautiful finishes. I've noticed that about him. Like he's got some nice moves, coming around the bucket, coming around the cup as well.
Stevenson. It's going to be a foul on Micah Octave. Octave trying his best to slow the big man James flipping down. And I think this one, it comes down to matchup, Ezra. When you You have James Flippin and Easton out there. Of course, Walker for the Hornets is out there, but it comes to a lot to what certain players can switch what, and am I going to allow my offensive players to take a back seat or not? Because we see what's going on at the Dublin Flippin, and right there, C.J. Hines takes Dozier, can't finish, almost tipped by Madlock. Grambling State basketball.
Beautiful stop, by Grambling State. Contavious Dozier coming up on top, of that fast break and putting his hand straight up, coming into the body so he wouldn't draw any foul, during that last possession. But they're doing pretty well. But they have been doubling Flipping, coming into this, the second half.
Right. That's been the test even from the earlier games Flipping played outside of these last 3 games. It was kind of a little bit of struggle of being able to try to fight through that contact, knowing that I'm not always going to have a 1v1 matchup, and just knowing that side help is coming. He's gotten way better at being attentive.
Definitely. They're trying to stop him from getting to the cup, forcing him outside to shoot more shots just from the perimeter as well, as he, airballed that last shot.
Octave, top of the key, 3, tipped out by Walker. The fact that I got that call right, I mean, 20/20 vision.
Definitely.
Saw that from the back right.
Seems as if coaches, doing something that he wants his players to demonstrate out there. Don't know exactly what he's talking about, but he's communicating to his players and trying to translate what they want out there from Coach Madlock.
It was a foul on Walker, 25 of the Alabama State Hornets. Coach Jackson he's been attentive to the squad the whole time. This has definitely been a chess type of game. Dozier, no good, rebounded by Edwards.
Edwards coming down from that rebound and fell to the cheerleaders.
Yeah.
Got the crowd around, and
I heard a little bit of, I don't know if something bad had happened. You never want to hear those type of reaction.
Seems like the cheerleaders are all right. They didn't fall too hard, and
safe.
You got to make a sweat on them, if anything.
Safe. I mean, they've been sweating the whole game cheering on our Tigers, so I mean, equivalent sweat.
Definitely.
Grambling Tiger basketball. 18 minutes, 20 seconds remain. Dozier to Stevenson. Stevenson guarded by Knox. Shoot over Knox and almost gets the foul. And
good.
The lucky bounce towards the rim.
Yeah. Stevenson coming up on top, floating. Got the shot off, but didn't come down.
Easton and Flipping, along with Stevenson, exchanging a little bit of smiles from each other.
Definitely. Probably bragging on him because he didn't finish that bucket.
Currently, Stevenson's first trip to the free throw line, knocks down the first, couldn't knock down the second. Rebound by Kuhn.
Still a pretty close game here. A one point possession game.
Knox, Kuhn. Knox flips it to Madlock. Madlock guarded by Dozier. Throws a turnover. Stevenson running a break. I'm honestly wanting Stevenson to go ahead and go full power with that.
Stevenson, he got us all on our seats. Thought he was going to come down and, slam that G thing, but he came down with a beautiful scoop jelly.
Right. Finishing gracefully.
Great finish.
Madlock guarded by Stevenson. Madlock, PNR action, doubled almost. Takes the midi over Easton. Good. Tony Madlock's son, TJ Madlock Jr.
TJ with a crazy step back, creating a bunch of space to get that bucket over PJ Easton. As you know, he's a bigger defender compared to
Dozier. Finds Flipping. Being guarded by Knox. PJ Edwards finds Dozier. Dozier, spin move, loses it. Knox on the fast break. Misses the wide open layup. Knox can't finish, but TJ Madlock cleans up. The missed layup.
A bit, frustrated with that last attempt.
Yeah, I mean, just running too fast for his own good, honestly.
Too fast for his own good. Teammates getting to him, but
ball back into Hornets possession. Knox blocked by Easton. Foul called first.
Knox, continue to get to the rack. That's what he's been doing all night.
Right.
Just attacking the bucket. Whatever he's been getting, he's been finishing most of his layups, but with those finishes, he's been getting to the line.
Right. This is Knox's second trip to the free throw line. He hits this first.
Yeah, Knox shooting about 42% from the field, 3 from 7, and he has about 7 points on the night. With that last free throw, I believe he has 8 now. So he's one of the leading scorers for his team as of right now. With Madlock having 11 points and Knox having 8.
I mean, we just talked about it. It's either Knox or it's Madlock finishing as the leading scorer, and they're not. They're, of course, the Grambling defense slowing them down, but they're still playing within the system and structure off Coach Tony Madlock.
Definitely.
16 minutes, 18 seconds remain here. The Hornets sending a crazy double. Easton off to Hutchinson to Dozier to Stevenson. They're going to slow it down a bit. 12 on the shot clock, 16 remaining in the game. Stevenson, loose. Lucky bounce, no good. This gym definitely almost erupted if that was going to go down.
Definitely, that was a needed 3.
Knox guarded by Burnett. He just slips right through. Blocked by Easton.
Huge block by Easton. That was a needed block. As Knox would have
saved.
Bit of a turnover
by by TJ Madlock.
Madlock Jr. just flying around from everywhere on both sides of the court. Whether that's on defense, on offense, he's sacrificing his body out there. He's been on the floor a couple of times tonight. Coming back to
Grambling State will call a timeout. Coach Jackson will get his troops in order. We'll be right back here on the Grambling Sports Television Network.
When you come to Grambling State for an education, what you'll find is the strength to overcome any challenge. It's not just about bouncing back. It's about rising higher together to aim for excellence and lead from anywhere. When you're in the right place, you can rewrite your story to become something more because you're building something special. Your future.
Right back here on the Grambling Sports Television Network. I'm your play-by-play commentator, Nathan McCarter, alongside color commentator Ezra Lee. And right now on your screen, you see the Grambling State University cheerleaders who have been cheering on,
setting the tone.
And I don't think they've had a break since football season, if we're being honest. So that's great support, great just environment when you have your cheerleaders and you have the band or the cheerleaders in sight. So this is our appreciation for sure to the Grambling State University cheerleaders.
Definitely, that's a needed thing here for for the home field here, as well as back home, as well as on your screen. So That's a needed thing for everyone. We're coming back into it. Graham has the ball, but our leaders for Grambling are Contavious Dozier. He has about 8 points out there, as well as James Flippin. He has 11. I apologize, he has 12.
Dozier, Burnett, 5 seconds on the shot clock, driving hard, Can't finish. Seems like the glass may have a little bounce to it. Madlock kicking out. Simpson shoots, no hesitation. Can't hit the rim.
The Hornets with their first lead change of the night. 30-29. Hornets up, but Grambling's going to find their way, moving the ball around, trying to figure some things out, get a good shot up. But they've been getting a couple of nice shots, but they just haven't been falling.
Grambling moving the ball around slowly and smoothly. Burnett, front of the rim, no good. Hornets slowing it down to a concise pace. 30-29, 1 point advantage for the Hornets. Hines flip it over to Madlock, who's able to get a quick backdoor cut.
G-Man caught sleeping back there on the baseline as
this
Madlock
game
cuts to the corner.
This game definitely is a game of chess and nowhere close to checkers.
Definitely. It's taking a turn as, you know, the Hornets are finding their way with a couple of buckets. A bit of a corral here from P.J. Easton and Madlock Jr.
Yeah.
I mean, Madlock Jr. tried to help him up, but Stevenson, you know, fighting for his teammate, thinking that something was going on, pushed him off, but nothing good. Just good sportsmanship from here. Looking to grab him up from the floor, Easton.
Honestly, I mean, if anybody back at home knows the names, Greg Dillon, he was a quarterback here at Grambling, and he also played basketball for a little bit of time here at Grambling as well. So I've seen kind of the ups and downs, the transition of like the tension between teams in the SWAC for sure. And that right there, that exchange between Madlock and Easton, wasn't the first time and will never be the first time when it comes to SWAC matchups. It's coming to playoff time. I kind of don't want to talk. Nobody will want to talk to the opposition or whatnot.
It's imminent.
And then these teams have already played. This is the second matchup, of course, between these two teams. The
first time they played
was February 8th. Yeah, the first time they played was February 8th. The Tigers top Alabama State on the road, 77-67. Kentavious Dozier, he had 30 points in that game.
30 points on the night.
That was his career high in points as far as he's been here and on the D1 level. That was his career high. And then on the other end, Amar Knox, he led the Hornets with 17 points. So, I mean, this isn't the first time they played against each other in Grambling to top the victory with a 10-point victory at that. Alabama State, they're just making sure they can give the best push possible because we know this last 35 seconds is going to be a good one.
Definitely. You know, that last matchup between both of these teams, overall, the G-Men had a great shooting night. Last time they faced off, as a team, they shot 48% from the field and 42% from three. So if they can continue to, you know, get the ball moving to something, if that accordance with that last game, it's going to be entirely different tale that we're seeing right now. But as we stated earlier, it's been a defensive game. Low-scoring game, if that.
Stevenson fakes, flips it over to flipping backboard, gets it to go.
Beautiful dish from Stevenson to flipping.
1 point advantage for the Hornets. It's going to be a foul on Dozier. Dozier, in a sense, basically kind of gave up on trying to press him, and as soon as he walks away, he gets called with the foul.
Yeah, ref's calling a bit of a little knack foul, if you will. Ran into him, not intentionally, but slightly. He got the call foul.
Hornets finishing through contact, and they're getting a whistle, finishing the best way that they can. I mean, you see on the replay, Hutchinson having to go back and go play defense for Flippin, who wasn't there in the background attack.
These last few possessions, the G-men have been collapsing on defense, especially around the baseline, getting to the cup. So I don't know what exactly they need to do, but they need to figure out what's been going on around the block and around the baseline to, you know, protect that area.
Madlock gets his and one conversion to go. Stevenson to Burnett are going to chill here. Back to Burnett, back to Stevenson. A little bit of patty cake going on.
Seems as if the G-men are almost running a double screen. The top of the key. Beautiful ball move.
5 on the shot clock. Dozier 3. No good. Hornets pushing the pace. New face in the game for Alabama State, number 0, Deontay Bass.
G-men sitting at 2-3 to cover that the baseline, as they just mentioned.
Madlock. 8 on the shot clock. Madlock driving left baseline, can't find anything. Into the hands of Michael Stevenson. Stevenson slowing it down. Stevenson calls for his screen, fakes out Madlock, goes up with the float. Lucky bounce goes.
Great bucket. The G-men finally able to find something to get going and get that bucket out of a drought bit there.
Stevenson is just that player. He's a playmaker.
Definitely. He's going to figure something out for the team.
Yeah.
Definitely. If he's got to take it, or if he's going to dish it out to somebody.
Right. And 9 times out of 10, he doesn't always want to take that shot. He will.
Never.
And he
never
can.
generally wants to. He's a pass-first guard.
Right. 3 ball, no good. Rebounded by Ocon. He throws right up over flipping, gets it to go.
Speaking of Stevenson, as you know, being a pass-first guard, he is the leading, assist leader for the team, averaging about 3 to 4 assists a game for Michael Stevenson.
Burnett out to Dozier. Dozier puts down the flipping, fakes out, fades, can't get it to drop. Gonna be a foul on Ross. And we have both fives going to their respective benches. Right now, being a 37 to 33 point game, Alabama State Hornets have a 4-point advantage over the Grambling Tigers. We'll be right back here on the Grambling Sports Television Network.
When you come to Grambling State for an education, what you'll find is the strength to overcome any challenge. That's not just about bouncing back. It's about rising higher together to aim for excellence and lead from anywhere. When you're in the right place, you can rewrite your story to become something more, because you're building something special. Your future.
In 1920, an athletic league was formed and slowly became one of the leading sports associations in the world of collegiate athletics, the Southwestern Athletic Conference. Today, the SWAC is looking towards the next century, growing, supporting, and transforming our intercollegiate sports activities for student athletes and promoting academic excellence. Each SWAC member institution represents a high level of integrity and sportsmanship. We are the SWAC, building champions for life.
Right back here on the Grambling Sports Television Network. I'm your play-by-play commentator, Nathan McCarter, alongside color commentator Ezra Lee. And as you can see on your screen, once again, the cheerleaders.
This is a huge game going on for the G-men as they continue to play, but the band is doing their thing, as you can see on your screen, as well as their pieces doing their thing as well.
To answer your question earlier, Ezra, you asked about Grambling's positioning for the SWAC tournament. For you guys that do not know, the SWAC has always done a 1 through 8 seed tournament for the SWAC, but now things have changed, and now it will be a 1 through 10 seeded tournament. But the 7 through 10 will be placed in games. So the 7 and 8 will play each other for the winner of the 7th seed, who will end up playing the 2nd seed. And then the loser will play the winner of the 9 and 10 game for the battle of the A seed. And of course, the loser of the 9 and 10 game, you'll be going off home packing.
That's a pretty cool, different type of style. Right. It's like a NBA playing style.
No, literally, it's literally like
Yeah.
that. But even like an NBA play-in, think about the first 4 to get into the NCAA tournament. If you want to get that 16 or 15 seed, that's definitely a factor. As we see Okun try to go up over Easton and can't get it to go. Stevenson gets to his spot, shoots, no good. Simpson taking off for the Hornets. 1-on-3, no finish. Ball in the air, retrieved by Ross, and it's gonna be maybe, let's see, is there gonna be a foul? It's gonna be a foul on Ross after getting the ball stolen.
A foul on Ross after the ball has been stolen?
Is
from him?
We see right here into the hands of Ross. Ross never, it was, he tried to get the ball back and he touched them and yeah.
Okay, yeah,
Okay.
we missed that. We missed that.
I don't think that you would be able to
it's the
see
ref's
it from
job
that.
to call
Yeah.
those type of fouls, and as they did, they're doing their job.
Yeah.
But it's just been a tough.
I still think it's, in a sense, it's kind of like 50-50 ballish. Like, he still kind of didn't have the ball, but they didn't say anything when he swiped it right down.
Definitely.
And I'm pretty sure, you never know. It's always
something always going on.
Your body's always gonna get touched in whatever play happens. So, I mean,
it's a physical sport.
Maybe Ross swiped down, which is just a little bit harder than Bass's.
Yep.
Simpson goes up, finishes through contact.
A double clutch layup, if you will. Huge finish.
But going back, talking about the 7 seed, 8 seed, 9 seed, and the 10 seed for this, if it were to start, the playoffs were to start today, Alcorn and Grambling would be in the 7th and 8th seed game to battle out for the 7th seed, of course, and then Alabama A&M and PV will battle out to play the loser of the 7 and 8 game. So I mean, Alabama, that game Grambling won Thursday against Alabama A&M was definitely like a crucial game they had to win, because you put yourself in, you don't have to put yourself in that 9th spot where you're having to play win or go home and your back's against the wall off rip. So you get a little bit of room for error, and I can't count out the SWAC champions, the defending SWAC champions whatsoever.
Yeah, as things change from season to season, players move, bring in new types of pieces to combat that new playing style, or the same playing style, if you will. But SWAC tournament is going to be something to see.
Most definitely a different experience, a new vibe, and just overall great basketball to be watched and seen.
Coming back to the G-men, it's been a tough night for them coming into the second half. They haven't been shooting very well, shooting about 30%, getting great looks, but nothing coming down, shooting about. Huge block from EJ.
I didn't know who was going to block it at all. I didn't know it was going to be Easton or Ross, so I had to hold my
He
tongue.
just glided and took it down.
Easton, that's the fastest I've seen Easton run all season. He took off from the top of the three-point line all the way to the
Bit of a
paint.
Braun block, you know what?
Right,
Iggy,
but
when
Ross
did that
beat
to
him
Iggy,
there.
Yeah.
Easton strip. It's into the hands of the Hornets. Baz goes up. Seems like he almost slipped there. May have to be a stop on the court to get that fixed, because that was definitely, of course. Going off to the block, we see Simpson. We're talking about Easton and Ross going there. Ross catch the block with one hand. The excitement
It was
from that.
definitely like a Braun type of block. It was emphatic coming off the glass there.
Most definitely. I think just the effort to just know the buildup of somebody running Usain Bolt track style for a ball like that, is definitely a different type of measure for sure.
Definitely. I wouldn't be going up like that again. Definitely if I put up that shot.
It almost scared me. I almost put an earthquake, put a little bit of a gunshot hole into the backboard with that block there for sure. Coach Jackson, though, on the other end, that has to come to a situation where
some adjustments need to be made to get back in this game.
And at this point, with the last 8 minutes and 40 seconds, there's not really, there's a lot that Coach Jackson can say, but it all comes down to the players at the end of the day being able to execute. Coach Jackson can say a million things in a million different ways, but you have to execute and not get down on yourself if you can't make it happen the first time. It's trial and error. Keep going after it, and you'll see. At the end of the day, they'll be there.
Definitely, it's a lot of time, a lot of game to be played, and it seems as if those are coming out from that break. He's got a smug to him. Everyone's corralling, saying their things, and keeping the cameras up, keeping the morale up. They're not down on themselves. They're still in it. The G-Men. Coming back from the field goal percentage, they're 30% shooting 12. They made 12 out of 40 shots. The G-Men.
Hornets in a full court press currently.
In a 2-2-1, a full court press, the Hornets applying that pressure.
Basically a 2-3. They just sent that 2-2-1 press and then got down into the 2-3. Nice transition out of that defense as well, just knowing.
Definitely, it was smooth.
Yeah.
It was smooth.
Ross
being aggressive,
kicking
dishing
out.
it out.
Hutchinson goes up, can't finish. Different type of lineup right now. Dozier, P.J. Edwards, Lou Hutchinson, Ross, and P.J. Easton on the floor currently for the last 8 minutes of the game. Knox guarded by Edwards. Mack guarded by Hutchinson.
G-Men moved around to a man defense, applying pressure, getting the ball moving.
Knox shoots up, got it.
Knox with a laser three, shooting over Edwards.
Top 5 in the SWAC and scoring for a reason.
And as we stated earlier, they are the #1 team in three-point attempts in the SWAC conference.
That just lets you know what's going on here. Of course, three-pointers have been a little bit limited from the Hornets, but Lou Hutchinson says you shoot one, I respond
three right back. Taking it right back from the corner.
We see on the replay, Hutchinson, doesn't matter how much space you give him, he's gonna let it fly. It doesn't matter if you literally had your hand covering his face. He's gonna let it fly and he's gonna be good.
It's gonna be good. He does not care.
Knox.
Bit of a hard foul. Knox coming down from.
Knox just being an ultimate warrior, being able to throw his body into the contact. If it's me, I don't know if I feel comfortable running smooth, like full head of steam to Easton and Ross. Full head with both of them there. I couldn't see myself doing that. As we see Knox
coming into it. It was a huge foul.
Was going into Ross, and then P.J. Easton easily behind him. Anything could have happened. Then look at P.J. He's already screened off by the time it gets there. But
yeah, it was a hard foul, to stop that bucket because he's been aggressive. Knox has been aggressive all night, attacking the rack, getting to the cup, drawing fouls, getting to the line, and he's been making a lot of them. But going back to Hutchinson, he's been shooting pretty well. Shooting about 50% from three. 2 out of 4. So he's been making an impact from three. Both teams in a strategizing mindset, figuring out what they want to do, what they want to employ out here on the court. But still a pretty big amount of time out here. 6 minutes and 51 seconds, figuring things out as the G-Men still trying to come out on top. 46-36, the biggest lead for the Hornets.
Yeah, I mean, having a 10-point lead right now, I'm pretty sure that's what Tony Madlock had the intentions of having from the get-go. Just knowing, I mean, you lost at home to Grambling by 10 points, and they had a game plan that was going to be surging. And of course, we still have 6 minutes and 51 seconds left. The momentum just literally lands on the side of the Hornets right now until there's some type of upsurge or just uproar for the Tigers right now, honestly.
Definitely, they need it, as time is winding down, but still a lot of time to go left in this game.
Knox currently at the line, his 3rd trip of the night.
The G-men shooting phenomenally from 3, 41%. As the Hornets shooting about 20%. Coming back from the 3, the G-men shoot phenomenally from the 3. As stated earlier, they are second in, they are second in the conference for three-point percentage, shooting about 33%. And ASU, they are third in the conference, shooting about the same around percentage, around 33%. But we're not seeing that from the Hornets. They're shooting about 20% as of right now from 3.
Dozier to Hutchison. Finds Burnett, back to Hutchison. Dozier taking the right baseline. It's going to be a foul on Bass of the Hornets.
Dozier continuing to be aggressive, figuring things out, trying to get any type of bucket he can. As again, he's getting to the line, drawing fouls. Seems as if both teams are in bonus as of right now. Anytime a player gets fouled from both of these teams, they're going straight to the cup from the free throw due to bonus. So you can expect to see both teams gonna try attack the basket a lot more due to them having bonus. So expect that. Those are coming out on top, making that last free throw.
Dozier currently 5 of 5 from free throw land right now. 6 minutes, 20 seconds remain. 48-38 is a score. 10-point advantage for the Alabama State Hornets. A little bit of handoff style action going off with the Hornets. Mack takes a 3. Rebounded by Akun into the hands of Dozier after the tip out.
Big tip out.
Dozier, Stevenson. Lou, no good.
That was a much needed 3. Never mind that. The G-men back on defense. Falling into a man defense. Switching to a 2-3.
Mack, right corner, gets it. The driving kick has been the game for them. If everybody stays solid at home, guarding three-point land, Knox or Madlock or Hines just charge the paint and goes up for a layup. But if there's help, they're kicking right out, and it just seems like right now the Hornets, the ball is just going in the net for them today.
Definitely. Tyler Mack just coming into the game, number 5.
Flipping, flip.
But the G-men finally be able to get something going in that last couple of minutes as a drought.
You see the replay bounce pass from Dozier flipping. And I mean, that flip, his last name being flipping and me saying he's going to keep flipping. And I mean, when you got a hook shot like that, keep on flipping.
Keep going to it.
Blocked by Stevenson. Burnett gives it off to Stevenson. Stevenson surveying the floor, spin move, bounce pass. Dozier, no good. Into the hands of Dozier, but it's going back and forth. Finally finds the hands.
Beautiful ball
of the
movement,
Hornets.
but we couldn't come out on top on that bucket.
Most definitely.
Stevenson calling a few things, being vocal on defense, telling Dozier to match up.
As you see right there, what I was explaining from the last play, when we saw Knox go and charge the paint for the kick out, he kicked out because help started coming. And on that play, we see Fulcher to make the drive, but no help was supporting from a corner at all. So he took it, and by that time, on-ball defenders already beat. As we see right here, we see Kentavious Dozier already beat out the first step. Hutchison didn't help, so it was no kick out. That's kind of been what they've been doing, is just attacking the corners majority of the game, but they've done it even more in the second half than the first half.
Yeah, a lot of kickouts, but as stated earlier, continuing to attack the basket due to, you know, the Hornets having bonus. Expect them to continue to attack the basket, getting shots up, high percentage shots.
4 minutes and 11 seconds for the Tigers to make anything happen. Hornets in their full court press, and they're getting back. It's almost like a bird wing. It's like they're tight together in that press, and then as soon as it gets broken just a tad bit, they spread their rings. Lou Hutchison can't get the bounce. He's 0 for 2 in his last 3-point attempts.
The G-Man not being able to find much lately.
Maglock hand off to Knox.
That is a 12-point lead for the Hornets. The biggest lead of the game for them.
Knox guarded by Dozier. Knox surveying, crashes through, has nothing, kicks out, step back, Madlock. Rebound Stevenson.
A huge miss cause, you know, Knox slid, and the fans heard it for themselves as well.
Burnett.
Antoine Burnett making his presence known late into
as we
the
see him
second half,
power right
bucket.
through, give him a shoulder, get out of my way, I'm finishing right through you. If
Type of
Burnett
play.
puts the team on his back, a lot of things can change. Mack shoots, no good. Ball still in favor. It's going to be Grambling ball.
A lot of missed calls going on these last few possessions.
I mean, we could always speak on no calls, but I'm not going to lie, Ezra. We just not the men in the stripes. We're not the zebras today.
Definitely not.
We're definitely not the zebras, but of course, things going the way is going. Back and forth battle here at Grambling State University. We'll be right back here on the Grambling Sports Television Network.
The world-famed Tiger Marching Band presents Click It or Ticket. Drive sober or get pulled over.
Hi, Christian Creed, your local injury attorney here. We are proud to partner with the head coach of the Grambling State Tigers, Dante Jackson.
Thanks, Christian. If you've been injured in a car wreck or a big truck wreck, if you've got to go with Christian, go get the home court advantage with Creed & Creed, your local injury attorneys. Call 387-5800 today. And remember,
Creed & Creed is all you need.
Right back here on the Grambling Sports Television Network, here at the Frederick C. Hobby Arena. I'm your play-by-play commentator, Nathan McCarter, alongside color commentator Ezra Lee. And in this matchup, of course, the Hornets have a 53-42 lead. That hasn't been necessarily the outlook of the whole game. Of course, the first half being very close. But even though we're down, we still have alumni, fans, and students still having a good time here in the last regular season basketball game of the year. And a win from either team, specifically a win or loss from Grambling, doesn't move them up, doesn't move them down. You stay kind of relatively in the same situation, right?
Yeah, so
it's not a lot much changing in the standings, it's kind of tight knit between that third spot. Honestly, the 2 spot all the way to the 7 spot is it's a lot of things that can change for sure.
Definitely.
But Alabama State surging a little bit different here. Hutchison, Stevenson tries to find flipping. Coach Jackson has his hands on his head. He doesn't like what he sees.
Alabama State just taking advantage of any inch they can get, whether it's offensively, getting to the cup defensively, making some huge, big turnovers from the G-men, but they're continuing to attack the basket.
Rebound by Octave as he seemed like he jumped over the whole team for that one. And I think that's what it's going to be. Yeah, he definitely pushed off the back of flipping like he was in a dunk contest trying to elevate.
G-Men will come down with the ball in their possession.
We will definitely be playing really an advanced game of chess with this last 2 minutes and 13 seconds. You have Flippin taking 2 free throws potentially on a 1-and-1, but that only potentially gets you to a 9-point deficit.
A 9-point deficit.
So you definitely, it's going to be a little bit of, it's going to be the mini games inside the game. It's going to be a foul game coming on for sure. The trap game's coming for a fact. We know it's coming.
Full court, half court, any type of trap you can get, any type of advantage defensively you can get to convert on any type of bucket you can to get a lead or come back from a trail. As we stated, it might come into a foul game. Hornets moving the ball.
Madlock
applying that pressure anywhere they can.
The trap defense. They're swinging over. Knox gonna hold it. He's driving right baseline. Doesn't kick over. He kicks over to C.J. Hines, and they have 10 seconds on the shot clock. Dozier guarding Hines. Hines splitting through the defense. Reverse layup. And man, the art of that play,
finish.
You can't teach that. As you see, just skips right through. And he finishes.
To Malu coming over to the up and under bucket on the left-hand side. Beautiful finish from number 3 from the Hornets. C.J. Hines. Fans giving out a bit of outrage, yelling things, and a bit frustrated with these last few minutes left on the clock. 1 minute and 26 seconds left on the clock.
James Flippin.
55 to 44.
Stevenson down, back to James Flippin. He turns around, goes up, finishes through. Him finishing it through definitely, it would have got you to that 8-point, and you would have been tracking point by point, went down from 11, then you go to 9. If you're able to finish that and 1, then you get to the free throw line and finish, you're down 8. Everything kind of has to go right for the Tigers in this
Everything got to go right.
A lot, yes, sir.
Anything from buckets getting up a certain amount of buckets you can to the time limit, as well as defending the Hornets off from getting any type of buckets that they can to uphold their lead. James Flippin making the first free throw. Smoothing dudes down to get that second one up, but as he misses, but Hutchinson with a tip and makes it.
8-point game right here on Willis Reed Court. Grambling trying to bring some trap action this way. Defense chance from the cheerleaders. Hornets moving the ball. It's going to be a foul on Stevenson, fouling C.J. Hines.
Big foul just to stop the time there from Stevenson to send Hines to the free throw line. As he makes the first one, Hines makes the first one. Coming into it, G-Men didn't lose an edge at all. They just couldn't get shots up. They got shots up but couldn't make them.
Yeah, it was about execution. At the end of the day, you had a great first half as far as the fighting grit. It just simply kind of like that turnover, it just fell out of the hands of Grambling, and they lost the momentum and was not able to strike back for a little second, honestly. Stoppage on the court, but all 10 players still going through it. Maybe a stoppage in play by the refs. We see this replay from Octave to C.J. Hines, who finishes.
Finishes on top. G-Men moving the ball around, trying to figure something out, but they turn it over.
There's been a lot of action trying to feed James Flippin, and them trying to feed Flippin, it seems it's almost 50 in the sense, you know you're gonna get good positioning. But as far as the finishing, you just never know. As Flippin has the ball, left corner to Hutchinson. He fakes over. Another bounce pass to Flippin.
Won the back.
And it's just going to be Flippin working out here on Walker as he finds Stevenson. Stevenson goes up. 12 seconds remain. C.J. Hines with the ball. 59-47, 6 seconds and counting. And the Alabama State Hornets are going to split the series on the season 1-1 coming to Grambling, Louisiana. And Tony Madlock getting a victory over Coach Dante Jackson.
Bit of a tough loss for the G-men as they end the season
10-21 on the season.
10-21 overall.
And then when we look at the SWAC, they're going to move to 7-11. And with the way the standings is looking with the SWAC, they would either be, honestly, Grambling is going to either finish in that 8 or 9 spot, depending on if Alabama A&M loses or not. Alabama A&M currently down to Southern 65-51. With that loss, they'll stay below Grambling, and Grambling will have the 8th seed. And when they go off to the tournament, if all stays right, they'll be looking at Alcorn State University in a 7-8 game, a 7 seed and 8 seed game for the battle for the 7 seed game, who will play number 2 seed out of either Jackson State or Bethune-Cookman. Is still game, still finishing around the SWAC, so we don't know just yet. Jackson State actually won their game against Mississippi Valley, 66-62. So Jackson State looking like they stay in that same spot. Grambling and Alcorn would probably eventually be playing for that 7-seeded game to go off against 2-seeded Jackson State in a game where we're looking to see Deshaun Ruffin and Kentavious Dozier definitely face off against each other. Grambling, of course, last regular season game of the year. They wrap it up, but it's still more to finish off with the SWAC tournament.
Definitely. This loss doesn't hit the G-men too hard, as they still have a chance to get a ticket in the SWAC tournament.
Most definitely. Still a lot of more basketball to be played, but that definitely is going to conclude the season here at Grambling for the most part. But we'll be right back here. We'll be right back here in a second, but right now, that is going to be all from Grambling State University. I'm Nathan McCarter alongside my color commentator for the day, Ezra Lee. We had a great season. Still more to be played with the SWAC tournament, but as far as the GSU TV Center and the Grambling State Sports Television Network, we're signing out.